I didn't know anything about delegating or hiring or systems. Like all of these were hard lessons I learned along the way. And
If we can rewind it a little bit, Nate, as you running different businesses, can you remember, or, I don't know how far back that was, but like at the beginning, at the first company, setting it up, the grind, kind of like, when all hope is lost, like what was that pivot point or like to continue that? Like, did you ever imagine that those days where you're saying, hey, I have this business, a beautiful exit, exit, right? Life changing, I think, exit. Can you step back and like take us from that beginning, like the struggles, or did you ever think, if you can kind of elaborate on that a little bit?
yeah, I mean, my parents were both teachers growing up. So I grew up very middle class. I remember all my friends had more video games and toys and equipment than I did. And so I always wanted more. But I mean, did I ever imagine it? Not really. I really didn't want to get a real job after college. That was my motivation. I had a lot of jobs in high school and early college. Even going back to like middle school, I was always umpiring or babysitting or whatever it was. Like if I wanted something, I had to make the money myself. And I kind of got a glimpse with my initial jobs of what life was like in the real world, working for someone else, having a boss, driving to work every day. And I didn't want any part of it. So I kind of treated college like an experiment, chance to take risks, try things, try to build a business. If it failed, I could always go out and get a job. I was confident I could do good at a job interview or whatever. I stumbled upon Amazon and it was super lucky. I mean, I worked really hard at this business. It was kind of a craziness of like schoolwork, running a company, partying, like repeat every single day. But I worked long hours. I worked weekends. I worked holidays. Like I didn't know anything about delegating or hiring or systems. Like all of these were hard lessons I learned along the way. And there were plenty of times I wanted to give up, from when I trained lots of people and then they quit on me, to Amazon suspended our account and we had to spend 2 weeks trying to get it back from them and lost all the revenue there. And I was still paying people, to manufacturers, we were selling their product and they decided to cut us out and sell directly to Amazon. Like we had every good and bad experience you can imagine, but it was a lot of fun. I mean, looking back, I was 20, like I didn't really know what the real world was like. We were just doing a lot of trial and error and seeing what was working. And all those kind of hard lessons around hiring, around ignoring bookkeeping, around depending on one source for a marketing channel, like these are all things that I bring to my businesses today based on all those failures from the first business.